Change questions. And the first question is write a function to calculate the factorial of a number. Here we have created a function using def keyword, def factorial. Then we give a parameter in it, that is n. Then here I am using a fact variable, initializing with n. Then I am using for loop for I in range. And then n. It will run from 0 to n minus 1. Then fact multiply equals I. What will happen? Fact equal fact multiply. Then I will return fact the value of fact and simply print the value of factorial of let's say 5 or any number that you want. That consider the x is the value I want to find a factorial. Now I am taking the input from the user that enter number. Then let's run the program and check whether the program is correct or not. So I want the factorial of 5, 0. I think there is a mistake, and the mistake is return fact and factorial. So mistake is here that I'm starting the range from 0. So after multiplying everything with 0, it will return 0. So I should start it from 1. The range should be started from 1 to n minus 1, sorry. Then we have the next question, that is write a function to create whether a number is prime or not. So to check whether a number is prime or not, I'm taking a n number and taking integer input from the user that enter number you want to check. Then I will simply create a function named prime. For using n, I have to create a function using def keyword, and the function name is prime. Then giving a parameter of x, I will use a j equals 0 to check the condition. Then I use a for loop for I in range. Here I will give the range from 1 to n minus 1 or n plus 1, sorry, x plus 1. Now, if x is divisible by I equals 0, that means it is the number is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or any number, then it will plus 1 in the j. So the prime number is the one number that is divisible by itself or and 1 only. That's why I check the number that if it is divisible by these two numbers, and then it, j should become equals to 0, 2. So then it should print it is a prime number. Otherwise, it's not. Now let's run the program. Here I am calling the function, and now let's run. Run. I want to check the number 4 is prime or not a prime. Then I want to check whether the number 5 is a prime or not. So 5 is a prime number. So this is the function. Then we have a write a function to return the sum of first n natural number. Whether we have a formula for this question, but we will solve this question by using function. So let's create a function of natural, name natural sum. Then I will give the n in the parameter, then colon. Then after entering, I will create a sum variable with initialization of 0. Then I use a for range for I in range, starting from 1 to n. n plus 1 because I have to add the last number as well. So to add, I write sum plus equal I. It will add all number from 1 to n plus 1, 1 to n number. N equal integer input. Then I write here enter number. Then I simply print and call the function that I have created here. Natural sum and pass the value of n. But before that, I have to print the number as well here. So if we will not print anything here, I have to print the number function here. Print natural sum and then if I run the program, then it will return the value of 10. The first 10 number sum is 55. That's correct. Next question is write a function to return the sum of first and natural number. We can use this formula as well. It will return the same value. So we can use formula as well. Now we have write a function to return the multiplication table of a number. So here what we have done, we have created a def table function, then I use for I in range. So for multiplication, I need I from 1 to 10. That's why the range is from 1 to 11. Then I print the value simply. After that, we have a function, write a function to reverse a number. So simply I create a function reverse num with the parameter of n. Then I'm simply taking a variable x. I'm taking input from the user, int input, enter number in colons, enter number. After that, I will call the reverse num function to execute it and pass the value of x on which I have to do the work and print this value. Then in a function, what I will do, I will create a while loop in which the loop will run until the n becomes 0 and I will take a r reminder that is n modulus 10. Then I use a rev variable reverse the number. So before that, I will use a rev equals 0 and rev equal rev multiply 10 plus r is the formula to make the number reverse. You can check how it becomes. Then I will divide the n by 10. Then I will return the number that is reversed. Check whether the conditions I have given is correct or not. So here there is a problem. I used n here, but that is not n, that's x. Now let's run the program. After running, I need the reverse number of 1 to 3, that is 3 to 1. That's correct. Now let's check again. I need the reverse of 1 to 3, 4, that is 4, 3 to 1. That's correct. Now we have the next question, that is to create function to reverse a string. So to reverse a string, so for that I will create a rev method function. So then I will pass x in it, that is the parameter. Then I use a strs to store a variable to take input from the user, enter string. That I will call the function rev and pass the value, that is strs, and print this function value. Whatever the function will return, it will print. Then in function, what I will do, For reversing a string, what we can do? So we can, do a thing whenever the length, we use a for I in range, and it will goes until the length of x. And length of x minus 1 means it will start from the last element and until to the 0, and length becomes 0, and it will minus 1 means it will the range will be started from last to 0 in a decreasing order. Then what I will do, I will create a empty string and add all the last elements from the string and simply add it in the empty string. So I think there is a issue with this method. We can do this question with another method. Before that, let's check whether it is working or not. If I'm writing here once, then it is HSVNAV. So that's correct. So this is the method. We can do this question with another method as well. For now, this is okay. Now let's check. Write a function to check whether a string is palindromic. So palindromic strings are those strings. So for this question, I will create a palindrome function. Then I will pass this string. I want to check. Then I created a empty string. I have used the before question that we have done just before one, and that reverse the string. Now I will check if the reverse string is equals to original string, then the string is palindromic in nature, otherwise no. So palindromic strings are the strings which are after reversing the value, after reversing the string, uh, looks the same and the characters remain same. For example, Nitin, if we reverse the Nitin name, then it will also called Nitin. That's why that string is a palindromic number as well. But if we talk about the ones, and the ones name is not a palindromic number. Now this is the thing we can done. Let's check the output. I want to check that the Nitin is a palindromic number or not. So that string is a palindromic in nature. Now let's run for the wrong string, that is ones. I want to check whether the ones is a palindromic number or not. Ones is not a palindromic number. Next question is write a function to count vowels in a string. So what I will do, I will use a function def, then count, then make a count v function and give a string parameter that is n. And then I use a x variable to input string from the user, enter string. Then count, I will call the function and pass the value x. Then I will use for loop to access each element. Before that, create I will create a L string having A, E, I, O, U, all the vowels in uppercase and lowercase. Then I will use for x in or for x in. For that, I will use count to count the vowel number. So make a variable count, initialization with 0. Then I am accessing all the elements of string using 4x in n. So if x belongs in L, then count plus 1 at last print the value of count. Now let's run the program. I want to check the roles in one society. So here I will write VANSHSAINI. Then if we enter, the vowels present in this word is in this string is R4, and 4 is the correct answer. Next question is write a function to remove all the space from a string. Creating a function, remove underscore space, and then passing the parameter that is an a string, and I'm creating a variable x to input from the user. Enter string. After entering the string, I will call the function, remove space, and pass the value x in it. The function, I will use a for loop for x in n. If x dot is space, x dot is space. For that, what I will do, I will just remove or n dot remove space from that string. But there is a problem for using remove method. It will not work in string because string is immutable in data type. So if we run this program, let's check. If we run this program, it should raise error. Here we'll use I love Python. And if we enter, so it should raise error because string are not able to modify it. That's why I have to use here a new string. So for that, I will simply take a variable r, empty string, then append if the x dot is a space, then nothing should do. Continue the loop, and else if it is not a space, then r plus equal x. Then I should print x here. Oh, sorry, r here. Now let's check the output. I love Python. Now we have the next question. Next question is to write a function to find the largest element and smallest element in the list using function. I will make a function named def list max min, and then I will pass the list in that. After that, I can use directly x equal max of L and y equal minimum of L. These are the functions that returns the maximum value and minimum value of a list. Now creates a list 3 4 5 6 1 2 9, and just call the method, call the function that is list max min. By passing the list on it. After that, I will print these value like using f string max colon, oh sorry, equal, then bracket the value I want to print, then backslash n, and min equal brackets the value I want to print, that is min. So after printing, after running, it will return the value built-in function. But there is a problem. It is giving a problem after running, but now it is solved. We can use list comprehension as well to take input from the user. We will learn list comprehension, but for now you can understand what this is. We can take input like this using list comprehension, and then it will create. Next question is to write a function to return the sum and average of list elements. Now I will create a function name sum backslash underscore average. Then I will pass a list on it, in which I will sum all the elements. I will create a sum variable initialized with 0. Then I will use for loop to access each element from the list for x in L. Then I will plus all the elements in the sum, like sum plus equal x. After that, I will print the value of sum using f string, the value of sum, and then backslash n, the value of average. How we calculate average? Sum divides by length of L. So this should be the print case. After that, I will call the sum average function and pass the value y on it. And here y is a list I want to take. So y equal, I will create a list having elements 154, and let's run the program now. After running, this is the answer, so this is correct. We can also do a thing if you want that average should print only up to 2 decimal points, so we can use colon dot 2f. So these are the mistakes sometimes I do, like here. So you can make sure that you are not able, you can't do this type of mistake. We have to write the colon dot 2f after the printed value I want to print. Okay. Then we have a write a function to check whether a list is sorted or not. Now I will check using a function sort. Then I will give a parameter L on it, and here I am taking a L list. Then what I am doing, I'm simply calling the function by passing the L, and then I am using for I in range loop starting from 0 to length of L, then colon. Then what I will check, I will check again for j in range, and j will run from length of L, 0 to length of L. But there is a possibility, so I will check from I to length L. So if the L of I means the ith element, L of I element is greater than L of jth element. If If it is, I should run the range from I plus 1 because I have to check the element from the next element, not to the same element. So if the only one element is greater than the L of jth element, it will print that list is not sorted and break the loop. If it is not break, then it will print it is a sorted list. Now let's check whether the program is running or not. We can use return despite of break. So list is not sorted because here we have one that is less than 3. So let's check again. Again, it is showing not sorted. So there must be a mistake here. So by mistake, I change the sign here. That is less than. It should be greater than. Now let's check. Now it should be sorted. Okay. So this is the program. Now again, let's check. After updating this program, not sorted. Now we have the next question, that is to write a function to create a dictionary from two lists. I will create a def function, dictionary, dictionary. Then I will pass two list parameters, k and v, that is keys and values. Then I will take two lists in which I will give, in k I will give all the keys and in v I will give all the values. V the values are ones, course is CSC and the age is 19. Then what will I do? I will simply call the dictionary function again and pass k and v on it. Pass the values of k and v in dictionary function. After calling dictionary, I will pass k and v. Then in function, what I will do, I will use for x in k. Oh, sorry, for I in range, because I have to store two lists, so that's why I should use I in I in range, not for x in L. So that's why before that I should create a empty dictionary. That's why now what I will do, the first element of k is equal to v of first element. Then it will run according to the loop. First it will carry both the first element of all the for both the list and make the key value pair. Then the second element is both second, then the third, until the length of k. Here the brackets should be big brackets, not the curly one. Now let's check the output. So this is the list. Sorry, this is the dictionary we have created by using the function. Now we will do this question, that is write a recursion function to calculate the factorial. So for that I will create a def function, def function name, that is spec. Then I'm passing the value n parameter on it. Then I'm using a variable, take the input from the user. Before that I am directly calling the function and printing it by passing n on it. Then I will take an input from the user. In function, what I will do, I will check a base case, that is if n becomes equal 1, then it should return 1. Otherwise, what it will run, it will return n multiply fact of n minus 1. So what will happen here? It will multiply n with n minus 1, then n minus 1 will multiply with n minus 2 until the n equals to 1. And then if we check, basically what is happening, we are calculating the factorial, that is, if we want the factorial of 5, so if it is 5 multiply 4 multiply 3 multiply 2 multiply 1. So this is what is happening here. Now taking input from the user, that I have been passed the fact function, enter number. After passing, what will happen? Let's check after running a program. So let's run the program. After running, what I want the factorial of 5, that is 120. So this is correct. This is the answer and this is question. You can verify and check how it is working. Now the question is to write a recursion function to print numbers from 1 to n. So what will I do? I will create a function named number, and pass the parameter n on it. Then I will take any input from the user, that is int input from the user, that is int input, then brackets, then quotes, and then enter number. After that, I will call the function and pass the n value on it. After that, I will check whether if n equals 0, then it should return. Otherwise, what will happen? It will call another method and print the value of n. Let's check the output. Want the number to print from 1 to 5. So this is the correct way to do this question. After that, we have a write up for recursion function to print numbers from n to n. So basically, this is the same question that we have done before, but we have to change two lines. We have to interchange two lines. So let's write the program first. That is taking input from the user. Then I am calling the function by passing the value of n on it. After that, I will check whether the n equals 0. So here n equals 0 is the base case to return from the function. Otherwise, it will run in an infinite way. After that, I will just interchange these two lines and check the output, that is 5, 4, 3, 2 then. So this is the program. Solution of now write a recursion function to find the sum of first n natural number. So creating a function named natural sum, passing n as parameter. Also sum equals 0. Taking input from the user, n equal integer input, enter number. After that, calling the function natural sum, passing n. Here there is a no need of some parameter, so we will remove. Before that, let's check the base case. So base case should be whenever n equals 0, it should return. Otherwise, it returns n plus natural sum n minus 1. This is wrong. I'm just checking whether it is working or not. No, we can't do using sum. I think we should use n plus method. Before that, let's check 10. Yeah, we have to use another method. So for that, I have used here n plus natural sum n minus 1 method. Now let's check the output. I want to sum of 10, that is 15. So sum of first n natural 10 natural number is 55. So this is the question and this is the solution of question. Now write the recursion function to calculate Fibonacci series, Fibonacci numbers. Now creating a function Fibo, passing n parameter on it. Now checking the base case. Base case is if it is n equals 0 and n equals 1. No, sorry. If n equals 0, it should return 0. Otherwise, if it is n equals 1, then it should return 1. Otherwise, what it should return? It should return Fibo n minus 1 multiply Fibo n minus 2. Sorry, plus Fibo n minus 2. So this is the basic logic. Print the Fibonacci numbers of using recursion. Then I will take an integer input from the user. After that, I will call and print the method enter number. Then I will just print the Fibo function by passing the value n on it. So if here there is error I have wrote, it should be elif, not else if. After running, it should not print here anything because I have not used print here. So now let's do a thing. For each number, I will use for I in range from 1 to n plus 1 because it should run from 1 to n 0 to n plus 1 element, that is the last element, n element, then passing the I on it. And again I forgot to print the value, so wait. Now we will print Fibo by passing I on it. So if we run this program now, it will give us a Fibonacci series of 10 numbers: 0, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, and so on. So this type of series is known as Fibonacci series. So this is the question, this is the solution, and this is the output. You can check how it is working. Now the next question is to write a recursion function to reverse a string. So to reverse a string, we'll create a function a string. Whether we have or even we have done many questions to reverse a string, but not using recursion. So for recursion, we have created a function string, and then I'm taking input from the user, a string, enter string. After that, printing the value. Sorry, printing the then checking the base case, and the base case should be if length of s becomes equal 0, then it should return nothing. It should return nothing. And if it is not, then it will return the last element, that is s colon minus 1, s bracket minus 1 plus the first element of uh, starting from the first element list to the last element list element. What I means to say is if the string is vansh and I have taken the last element, that is h, so h will come first, and the remaining word, that is vans, will come at last. So this is how I want to use the function. So then error here. Now try to solve. I will try to solve here. If it is uns, it is printing h am here. Somehow the working is correct, but it is not working properly. Now let's check why I'm wrong here at the HVN. So this is the problem. I have been used the wrong way here. It should be colon minus 1. So if it is VANSH, then HA. Yes. So now the first phase we have cleared. Now let's go for the next phase. That is, I have to call the function again. That's why it called as recursion. Otherwise, it is a simple program. So now it will run perfectly. If I am running once, can only configure. Oh, there is a issue. The issue is this. If I am returning something, so it should be empty string here, not the 0. So if we are not returning something, so it will be 0 automatically. So this is the answer. Then we have the next question. The next question is to write a recursion function to find the power of a number. I have been used. I'm creating a function of number and taking parameter n on it. Variable. Now I will use a n variable and integer input from the user. Then colon, then enter number. After that, I will call the function and print the function value. For that, I will also create a p integer input from the user to give the power I want. Now I will call the function and pass the value n, that is a number, and the power p, and print the value. In function, what will I do? I will first create a base case, and the base case must be if p equals 1, what will happen? It will return n, and otherwise it will return n multiply number n comma p minus 1. P minus 1 at above. I forgot p here. Now let's check the output. I want the power of 2, that is 4, and to the power 4 is 16. So this is the answer. So now the next question is to write a recursion function to count digit. So to count a digit, I will create a function name count here and then pass n number on it. After that, I will create a variable name n and take integer input from the user. I will just print or call the method and then print the function that I call. In function, what should be the base case? So the base case must be whenever n equals 0, it should return it should return 0. Otherwise, it will return I want to count the number of digits. So what should it return? I think this is the wrong thing I'm doing here. If n equals 0, so it should return it should return 0 here. Otherwise, it will return 1 plus count. Wait, this is wrong. Otherwise, it should return 1 plus the function name that is count n divides by 10. So it will count the numbers of element. Now check into 3, 3. Okay, this is the question and answer. Proper solution of this question is perfect. Now the next question is to write a function using star arguments to find the sum of all numbers. For that, I will create a function name sum. Then I will pass star argument on it. Then after that, I will use for loop to access each element of argument. What will happen in this star argument? It will take the parameters, how many you want. Let's say I am passing here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it will take these elements in the star argument and make a list as a list. Then we can use for xing arguments here. So now let's check the output, whether it is working or not. Yes, it's working. Great. Then we have the next question to write a function to using star argument to find the average. Same question, we have to do the same thing, but now we have to find the average, that is sum divides by the length of a arguments. So same thing I will do here first for x in range and count the value, how many elements are in arguments. So count plus 1 equal 1 and add all the elements in the sum. Then what it should return? It should return sum divides by count. Then I will print average. Wait, this is wrong. I wrote the correct. I wrote the wrong thing here. It should be print average, then the arguments. Now let's check the output. So this is the output that is correct. 437,310. 10 divided by 4, that is 2.5. Now the next question is to write a function using star argument to find the maximum value. For that I am creating a function here that is maximum, and I am passing a star argument on it. After that I will create a variable that is maxm. I am calling the function and passing the values that is 1988799. The maximum value is 99, so the answer is 99 here. Let's check how we'll print. I will simply make a variable m and initialize with it with 0. Now I will use for loop to access each element, that is 4x in arguments. Then I will check if the value of m is less than n. So n will become equals to x. And then at last, after checking all the values, it will print the maximum value, that is 99. Now we have the next question. And the next question is to use keyword argument. So what are keyword arguments here? Keywords arguments allows the function to accept any number of the keyword argument. These arguments are stored as a dictionary. We can access elements in the form of key value pairs like keywords dot items, and these are the syntax given here. Now let's check some questions how to do. Like given here, we have a question to write a function using keyword arguments to display student information. I have created a function name is student and pass a parameter as keyword argument, star star keyword argument. And I'm calling the function with two values, that is key, because these are keyword arguments, so I should pass the name first and the value then. So name Sagar, class 10th, then age 19 or 18. After that, course, that is CSC. Then what will I do? In function, I will just call for k comma v in KWARGS keywords colon print k comma v using f string a equals brackets v. But there is a problem in this case. It should be keywords dot items, not only keywords. So let's items. Now it will work perfectly. So this is the output. You can do these questions in programming Python compiler for better understanding. Now we have lambda function. So a lambda function is a small anonymous nameless function written in one line. So what it will do, it will give here the syntax is given like the lambda equals then arguments, then expression. So example is given here, that will happen actually. If we want the square of each number from a list, we can use lambda function like square equal lambda x colon x multiply x. So x will multiply with x and return x into the x square. So if we print square of 5, it will return 25 as an answer or as an output. Lambda functions is used in many times. So make sure you know the working properly. Then we have the map function. So the map function applies a function to every element in a iterable like a list. So this is the syntax given here. We have a map, then the function I want to do in each element, then iterable, whatever the iterable I have, the list, dictionary, or anything. Then the example is given here. Let's consider we have a number list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I am taking a result equal, making a list of mapping lambda x colon x multiply 2. So what will happen here? It will take each the element from the numbers that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and uh, apply lambda function on each element like 1 multiply 2 equals 2, and after that combine all them in a list and return the list as an output. So each element is multiplied with 2 here, as I have already told you. Then we have another function that is filter function. So the filter function selects only those elements that satisfies a given condition. So this is the syntax given here: filter, then function, then iterable. Then we have an example here, like we have a numbers list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I have been created a even variable equals to list filter lambda x colon x modulus 2 equals 0, then the number. So what will happen? It will access each the element one by one, like one first, then it will check whether the one is modulus 2 is equals 0, then it will append in the list, otherwise not. So it will check all the even numbers from the list and append in the list and then return the list as an output. Explanation is given here. Then we have a reduce function. The reduce function applies a function repeatedly to combine all elements into a single value. However, this function is not used so much, but this is new, so you should know. So for using it, we should import these things, these libraries from functools, import reduce, then this is the syntax, reduce function, then iterable. Then is example is given here. Let's consider we have a number list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I use total equal reduce lambda x comma y equal x plus y equal nums. So what will happen? It will add all the elements from the list like 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, and the sum of 2 plus 3 plus 4, and the sum of 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So this is it. Basically it is adding all the elements from the list. Then we have explanation is given here for better understanding. After that, we have a combined example is given here. You can understand and do in your Python compiler for better understanding. Please do these questions in your Python compiler so that you can understand the way of working and way of and the importance of these functions.